Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Fancy Pants in the Game Ant Legion. Today is day 5 of 7 of Global ASANT, and today is Improve Your CP. Coming up in 2 days, on day 7, will be your, I forget what it's called, but it's where you are going to increase your buildings and your research and your training. So your CP is what's going to count with that. So you want to start them today if you haven't already. Um, you could start them much earlier too, but you always just have to make sure that you see how long they're going to take, and you want them to end after the reset that begins that day 7 of ASANT. So today they would have to end at least within 2 days, but you could do it longer, like 3 or 4. You just have to use speed ups to get it done the day of that ASANT. But it's important to start them early just so that you can end them early, and you want to pick so you can end them as soon as it switches over. I mean, you want to pick something with high CP, like your entrances, your queens. Um, it depends what else that you have in your nest, but just look and it'll show you. See, like I did my mystery hollow here. Let's see if I look here, if it'll show me. It's not gonna show me now, but this has a lot. It's like 100 and something CP for this improvement, and it is going to take 6 days. So this will take care of 2 of those days for the ASANT, and then I'm going to have to use speed ups to get it done the rest of the time. But this is going to give me over 100 CP right here. I think it's 130 actually, and it took a lot of resources and things like that. So these are the places. Now you don't get this until you're a Queen 31. So but if you do have one, and it depends also what level you're on. I already had to increase mine to level 30, and now it's working on its 31. So that makes a difference too about how much. Sorry about that. That's loud. CP that it gives you, but like your queens, like if I could do this one, this would take 30 days. So you'd want to start this a long time ago, or for the next one, if you could. Like you see, I am nowhere near the resources I need for this, but also, if you're going to have to, if you start them very early, it's going to take up that space for your building that it allows you. Like, see here, I have 2 of 2. I don't have a third building queue, so this will take them up. And when you have a daily that it says that you have to upgrade a building, you're not going to be able to for that particular queue there. So it's going to hold it up for however long that takes. So I try to do one that I can speed up every day, like this one, and I do one that is for the ASANT. Now, if you have 3, you could do 2 for ASANT. That would be great because you're getting a lot of points right after the reset. But you could also do them both for ASANT early, and they'll just be held up, and you won't be able to do that daily. So it just depends on what else is going on. If you need to finish all your dailies, you get all your clams without finishing them all. So it isn't that you need them to finish your dailies. You can pick and choose which ones you're going to use to get to them points. But if there's another event going on where you have to use all of them to get the most points out of another event, then you might run into an issue there. So it's up to you how you do it. Those are your options there. I forgot to look while I was in here. So this, if I was to upgrade this, and again, it's going to depend on your levels. This would be upgrading this to a 33. And this would give me a 406,860 CP, which is fabulous, right? But any upgrades to your queen is going to give you a lot more than other buildings. So your queen is one, also, and then your entrance is usually pretty good. This one's 178, so that's awesome. Yeah, and again, I have more leaves than that. I just don't have them out. But the water and the mushrooms are always going to be issues. And then your research lab. This is the one I have going because I had. This is also for day 7. See, it has 4 days to go. That's one that I am doing here. This is protected food. That'll give us 35,000 CP. That's not a lot there, but it's more than you can get on some others. So that's why this one's 136, but I didn't have enough resources to do that one at the time either. So that's something that I might be doing soon here, is adding that one in for this ascent. So I kind of get an idea before it comes up, so I know what I'm going to do when it does come up. And then you also want to make sure that you use your speed ups. You got your building speed that adds 30%. Your state usually gives you a speed up as well. These do combine, they add on to. So it really helps for these long day ones that take, 30 days, 15 days, all that. And then you also, and same with research and training. And so you just use these before you start your building or your research or your training. So make sure you do that. Get them out of your bag if you have them. And then also you can get them, let's see, in your hunting mastery. There's a quick build here if you have it in your talents. If you don't, it would be something you might want to get. If you look down here in quick build, it reduces your building time by 20%. Again, that'll add on to the rest, and it does have a cooldown period of 23 hours. So you want to make sure, because it's only good for 5 minutes, that you know exactly what you're going to build before you and get it started. Sometimes I'll hit it and I get distracted, and then my 5 minutes are gone, and I have to wait another 23 hours before it is going to take effect again. So make sure you're prepared and be on time for starting it. Know which one you're going to use. I did it again, didn't I? Sorry about that. Okay, so but I want to get back to today's improved CP. So this one is about getting your upgrade materials. Now these are, if you just click on that, it's going to show you what points you get for what. And the same over here. And if you see like advanced materials, it says 1,000 points per advanced material. And then advanced materials are 5,000. And then epics on, so on and so forth, right? So you know what to look for your pointage. And especially when it gets down to you need this much to get to the next level, then you can look and see how many of these am I going to need to get to that next level. But if you look here, it says points 1,000 and points 5,000 for advance and advance. Now I'm going to show you those are equal. So it don't matter which of those you do. And the reason I know that they say 1,000 and whatever I just told you. Okay, they say 1,000 and 5,000. And then also, like, say this T1 upgrade material is 100. Well, when you go in your bag, you're going to see that your T1 upgrade materials, you get 100 of them in the bag. That's the grouping that they're in. So 100 times 100 is what? 10,000? And then here, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And then here, there is in your advanced material, there's 10 of them. So that's 10,000. And in advanced material, there's 2 of them. So that's 10,000. So you see how it doesn't matter which ones that you do, they're all the same points. So that means, except for the epic, now that one's 40,000 and the evolution are 50. So those, if you have them are on their own thing. They are worth more points. But these three, you can choose any one you want and use whichever you have. What I do is I go and I look in my evolution cave and I see what I'm close to needing to get to the next level, like whether it's gear. Now, gear is always, I heard that it is the best to upgrade first. Now, I don't know. I mean, maybe it is for your strength and stuff, but as far as now, see, I'm not too close on this one. So just so I want to get it to, it goes over the level. Whatever I can do to get to a next level on something is where I want to open up the bags and use on. Um, that's just how I do it. Other people might do it differently. And if you have a better way, if it's better than this, let me know by all means. I'm always up to improving. This one, actually, I think I started this one. I try to hide them a little bit. I don't know why. Oh no, because when people bet on you, sometimes they don't take the time and they just look at the first ones. I like to be the one that might be the diamond in the rough, and so I kind of bury my top ones a little bit. I don't know, but this one, it really ain't much farther than that one. But you also want to check too on these, on your advance. See how, because all these pretty much take the same. If you're close to getting any of these close to being able to advance them, that's another thing to look for, because these are your advanced gene advance and your your regular advance. I'm definitely not close on this one. I probably just upgraded one of them. That takes a long time to get those. Let me go back in my gear and check that, because I forgot to do that. I don't know. I'm not really in the need for gear advance. It would be more like this advance one, advance. And it's still quite a ways away. So let's just look in our cell here and see where we're at there. Ooh, not that one. That's probably maybe this one I started. Nope. This one. Yes. Okay. So that's probably the one I'm closest to. So I'll probably get my advanced cells or my totems. Now the thing is, I've heard other places, actually in one other video, but that the reason why they do the gear and the totem, that's what they get when they're doing this event for ASANT this day, is because you can get cell materials and you can get um, the you can get cell and you can get gene materials other places, like in other bags. Now that's true, where the totem and the gear are harder to get, but that is true. You can do that, but do you have them? Do you have enough of the stuff you need to get them? So again, it's all a personal preference, I think, personally. Um, if you get them out of a shop, like, let me go into one of these shops that have that stuff. Well, like for one, your mantis, there is this where you get your cell materials. Now you see they take quite a bit of mantis. Now the thing is I prioritize what I want to get out of each shop, and my priority in here is my carpenter shard, because this is the only place you can get that. And if you see, they're 350, and it takes a lot to get up to that. Now I'm saving them up to open on Shard Day, so I don't like getting my cells out of here. And if I do, it'll only be one at a time. if I just need something to tide it over, at the most two maybe. That's just me again. But if you can see my way of thinking, that's why I do that. And then the same, like this one don't have them. Specialized dual, that has your snail stuff, and then your gene is here in the Combat Legion. And your Army jeans. Now, this is the only place to get these, just so you know. I don't think they're in the diamond shop. I would have to look for that, but I know that they're here. And I think this is the only place to get that. Yeah, pretty sure. But anyway, so this is where you get these at. But you see, like the Army jean is 1,500 itself. Um, the regular upgrade you could get here. So I might not do a gene, truthfully, because I could get that. But it just, again, depends on if I need any of these others that are going to take more away from my total that I have. So, again, that's up to you. But this is pretty cheap for, by cheap, I mean the low amount that you have to use for that one. So you might want to get that here. So what I would do, I think, is get what you can out of your shops and then go in and see what you need to get to the next level of one of those things in your evolution cave. And then also, let me see, I just wanted to see, show you what else is in here, your adventure shop. This is where they do have T1 gear there and totem, but they don't have any of the advanced things. Your advance, and your, in this. But like I said, this upgrade material is the same points as the other, but you need the others to do your advancement in your evolution cave. So, and then this, again, your mantis has your cell, and then your pollen battle. I think there's stuff in here. This has your legacy and your totem and your gear. But again, I don't get them out of here because, and there's also Mark of Honors in here. There's a little bit of everything in here. But I save mine for my sugar ants, and then I'll get whatever might be left. I'll get the other stuff. But I do like to save them for my ant shards. And then the dark cavern, again, there's gene herbs in here. There's advance. So the gene you can pretty much get other places. And it depends on how many you have of these. I have enough to be able to do that. But my main things in here are my speeds, because these are the cheapest you can get these. There's a limit of 20 each time. Every day at reset. So I make sure I get those every day because they're only 12 out of your total each, 12 per, but so it's like 200 each one out of that. So 256. So that's 600 right there. And then also if you get your healings, which those are the cheap place to get those too. So it depends on how much you have to use in there, but this is also a good place to get your gene stuff. But it does not have your army gene. Okay, just so you know, that is in your Army Queen shop. And then these clearance items, these you get when you reach certain levels in your Dark Cavern challenge. Okay, so when you get to, like when I get to 820 level, which I'm only at 803, so it's going to be a little bit, then I'll get this advanced gear, advancer, advanced gene, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all the way down. But these advanced ones, if I get them on another day, I'll save these and don't open them until this day in ASANT. And then it gives you 100 right there of them. And that's a big boost to this ASANT right there. So it's all about saving. I mean, you really have to be patient And but it really will help you out big time if you can do that. And for any of this, like the Metallica shard, again, there's 100 of them. So this for shard day, save this for that if you have it open. So whatever you have open in here, you might want to look and see what ASANT, or even on the opposite days, see what event might be on coming up that you might need these things, instead of just opening them because you're hungry to get ahead, because you will double your getting ahead if you can do that. Okay, so there's that. And then there's your flag. Again, there's this one I say for my rare specialized egg, because they are 1,500 each. And you see, this, it depends on how many you win on the flag capture as to how many of these tokens you'll have. But this does have totem in it, so you can get them here. And gear, evo fungus, and legacy and advanced totem. So you can get them. They're they're doable, as far as how much they cost, but you would only be able to get like one of each if you are also going to want your shards. And I definitely, these rare specialized eggs are very rare to get, so those are what I wait for. And being I can get my sugar ant out of the other one, I get my rare one instead. But it's up to you if you're close to getting your sugar ant, um, and you need it out of both, you got that here too. But they do take a lot of these tokens, so it doesn't leave much for the rest of it, except for the T1 totem. But again, you can get that somewhere else. But if you have some extras, you could do that. All right, so that's pretty much it for that. Now, when you go in your bag here, you would go to treasure, and it is in these boxes here. I've already opened some of mine, but it would be your premium advanced choice, your might choice, your advanced choice, and your optional and your epic. And then down here, I don't know if I have any. I don't think I have any in this one. There would be another one that would be your Evo cave, or your evolution cave, cave box. That one would have your Evo fungus and all of those. Your that's, I forget what it's called, fixed something, but there's upgrade materials in that one too. So that would be another one that you would use for this particular ASANT. And then this here, this has a legacy advancer. I don't know if those count. Did we say that it counts in there? But there is an actual evolution day opposite ASANT. So I saved mine for that, for this particular one. But there is that there, if those count. I don't know. We'd have to go back and look. But definitely these here. So you would, this, if you just click on that magnifying glass, it's going to show you what's inside to see which ones that you might want to do. Now, it does tell you here how many you own already. Now, let's see here. So really, I don't know. In my case, I'm not really close to any of them, so I could do any. But you see here, you get 2 advanced gear advancers, or you could get 10 of the regular advancers. So it does equal out in points. And then the same, now this might choice box. This lets you pick an actual box, like these box are. See, here's that optional evolving box. That's the one that has these, that it's actually, here's the herbs, the gene herb. Oops. And there's other things in there too, but the fixed evo fungus, it's the gear evo fungus, but I think it's the fix that usually gives you the most points. Let me see here. I'll have to go back and look, but and then this is your advanced choice. This just has, again, your gear upgrade, but it's the only one to get your advancer out of it. They kind of like the gear advancer and advanced gear advancer are together, and then the gear advancer and the regular gear upgrade material are together. You don't really want to get your gear upgrade material here if you have this other box. So you'd want to get your advance in that one, and then your optional has just your T1s. So I would get your tier 1's gear out of here, and then get any advanced you need out of the next one, this one, and save these for your other box. That way you can distribute them that way. And then your one up here, this premium, that's where I would get my advanced gear advancer, because that's the only place to get them. Again, unless you're super close to getting over to the next level on something, but that would be my suggestion. Advanced gear advancers in the premium, and then, but people are busy today. I guess I better check that out pretty quick here. And then your advancers in the advanced choice, and then your regular T1 upgrade material in the optional. Then your epic, these are their own entity, so these give you a lot more points. So you would take them out of here. These are really good boxes to have. And then I have 36 of them. Now, if you're going to get all the same kind, you would do in bulk. But you can look here and see it. Now, I might get 10 of this, 10 of that, you know, depending on how many I have. So I'll have to figure that out personally. And you'll figure it out for your nest. And then again, like if you had that Evo one, you would take them. They're the only box you can get them out of. So that's where you find them at. And so you would either get them, oh, there's a can. You would either get them in your bag out of those boxes I just showed you. You would get them in the shop. When these pop up, you got to jump on them if you have a lot of people in your alliance, especially because they go fast. And there's probably going to be these advanced materials. Usually they give you what's going on. So it's something to help you in that. So I'm sorry, I got distracted for a minute in that. But so you would get them out of your bag, out of them boxes I just showed you. You would also get them out of your shop in the shops I just showed you. And you would also get these materials in here in your pheromones. I've already gotten a lot of them, but the ones you get them out of is here, the dragonflies. They have totem, and they have advance, and they have T1 cell and cell advance. So you would just hit go, get them out of your pheromones, and that'll give you a little boost there too. And then the other place I can tell you, there may be more. These are just the ones I'm thinking of offhand. And if there's more, I will put them down below or add them somewhere in the comments, or you could add them if you see more than I am telling you. But the other place would be in here in your events. They usually, like I said, run events with events. Remember, there's another video, and like, remember, like you watched it. I hope you did. But there's another one called the synergy of events, and that's because they give you other things. Let's see here, like this totem pass. There's daily quests to do in this one, and seeing it gives you totem advanced materials, and then your rewards are materials, as well as speed ups, because those will be, you're going to be needing speed ups like tomorrow. You need them all the time, but you'll need them definitely during the ASAN Day 7. So they kind of put them together like that. And there's also this listless butterfly event going on, which gives you, again, upgrade materials. So look for those things. And that should get you through ASANT. And then if you, I gotta see if that can opened yet. Let's see real quick here. I'm sorry to, okay, 2 more minutes, unless somebody else jumps in. Okay, so where was I? Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, so then you can go into your ASANT here, and then you would look at your phase rank. And this is where you keep track of where you're at in the event. Now, once I open up all that stuff, I'll get moved up here. Now, it changes up until the very end of the event. So be aware of that. Be aware of that because other people are making upgrades and things too at the same time. So you may jump up to level 5% after you open everything up, but then other people are too, and you'll get moved down. Like, I can't tell you how many times I will get moved to, I'll have like, oh, let's say I have like 4.5%. So I'm like under 5. You have to be under this percentage. And then somebody will come in and I'll get thrown to 5.5. And that 5.5 will throw you into this 20% instead of the 5. So make sure you keep an eye on that because it might just be 1 or 2 more upgrades that you need to get over that amount, to jump from these amounts to this one back. Okay, so really, really watch that because it can be very frustrating when that happens. And then if you want to also keep an eye on this is your total rank for all of the ASANT. And this is for, this will go on until day 7. And then that's the day you really want to pound them if you are far away from where you want to be on these. And they make a big difference. These are the big boys that you're working for here. And there's 80 of them in them up front. But yeah, I never make it to these. I never have. But I will someday. We will. We all will someday. But even the first 0.5%, you get 80. And then it drops down to 60, then 40, so 30, and then we get down to the 10%. I mean, anything is great, right? As long as you get on here, you at least want to be in the top 25 to get your rewards. There was one other place I was going to, oh, it opened. Okay. Oh, it's diamonds. Okay, well, that's exactly what I was going to go to next. Was we want to check and see if it's in diamonds. I'm going to switch over to my other nest here really quick to be able to grab this can here. If you've never experienced cans yet, you really have to. And if you have, you know how important they are. Because, yes, because you want that, the double. See, it was totally worth it. No, they'll give me slack about it probably. Everybody wants it. So we got double the points on that can. So then let's see. So you get a little notoriety down in your comments here. So then we just be cordial and we say thanks so much. And then you got to look and see whose it was because I was so excited that I forgot to see whose it was even. Okay. And then, okay, the other place where we're going to look is your diamonds and see if there's anything in there for you. So you go in your bag, your diamond shop, and then you would look in treasure and see if they have anything. Nothing in there. And then miscellaneous, there they are. Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't remember where they would be. Okay, so you can get T1 out of here. And they're 10 diamonds each. So if you are close, this is another place to get them. If you want to spend your diamonds, depending on how many you have and how many you need of these, this would be like my last resort kind of thing. But they are here. Okay. Hopefully that helped you along. I know it was a bit long, but I'm trying to fit everything in there for you. And again, if you have any more questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to help, and or maybe somebody else could even tell you a better way. And if you have a better way, of course, I'm always up to learning. So again, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. And if you would follow me, that would be fantastic. I'm trying to make more videos as time allows me. And so keep watching and I'll keep making them. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.